What's up, guys? Welcome back to Weekly Weird News.
That was great.
Thanks.
So, the worlds of pornography and sex toys have kind of kept the show alive during our tougher times. And this week is one of those times. We almost didn't do an episode of Weekly Weird News for you this week due to the lack of weirdness in the world.
Yeah.
We wouldn't want to deliver a subpar product.
Everyone's calming down. It's summertime. They go on the beach. They're not getting arrested.
All the weirdos were at Comic-Con.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, we wouldn't want to deliver a subpar product to you, even though we were searching high and low for good stories. But then at the 11th hour, our good buddy Pornhub jumped off the bench, ran onto the field with their number 23 jersey, and gave us...
Put me in, coach!
Gave us our top story for this week, the twerking butt.
Okay, so yes, that is an artificial disembodied butt right there, but it's not just a fake life-size butt. It's the next step in the burgeoning male sex toy revolution. It's got everything. It's like a Cadillac. It's got lifelike skin that heats up to the exact same temperature as human skin. Check.
Vibrating vagina and butthole.
Check, just like real life.
Get some of that DP going.
Yeah, twerking butt cheeks? No shit, dummy. It's called the twerking butt. Next question.
Yeah, customizable controls for vibration, temperature, twerking patterns, massage speed, and more. Yes, of course, it's 2015. There's a fucking app for that. What do you think?
A VR headset for fully immersive bareback raw dog robot sex that will completely eradicate your need for the touch of an actual woman?
Yep. Yep, for just 800 clams.
A steal!
This collaboration between Pornhub and sex toy manufacturer Cyberskin will make sure that you never have another reason ever to leave your house, interact with other humans, or even put pants on.
Just live in this thing. Of course, if you're not willing to shell out $800 for this, even though you'll never have to spend another dime on entertainment for the rest of your life, you can downgrade to the classic twerking butt. But ironically, the $500 you spend on that comes at the expense of the actual twerking feature.
Yeah, yes, the cheaper model of the twerking butt doesn't actually twerk. It kind of sounds like
jump it around.
Sounds like false advertising to me. But what are you gonna do? File a lawsuit against Pornhub because the ass-shaped male sex toy they're selling doesn't clap its cheeks while you're grinding your dick in and out of it?
That's exactly what I would do.
I don't know. I don't think you would because that would just bring even more shame on your family than you've already brought.
Please, if I die, get rid of my twerking butt. Someone, please. It's hidden away. Just look for the twerking butt.
They need to make like sex toys that have self-destruct things in it.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
If you don't use it in
your
7
heartbeat,
days,
it's tied to your heartbeat. It just sets your entire apartment on fire.
Yeah.
All of the porn on your computer, everything's taken care of. That's the app that we need.
I'm gonna kickstart that.
Let's save the world, Elliot. So thank you, Pornhub and the sex industry in general, for yet again saving this show from not being weird enough. So while we're on this whole subject, let's go ahead and check in on that Indiegogo campaign that Pornhub is running to fund the first porn filmed in space.
That's a story we previously covered, so let's check it. Okay, so it has somehow raised an impressive $234,902 in a month.
Yeah.
That's enough to fund hundreds of porn videos.
Yeah.
But it's still only 7% of its $3,400,000 goal. There's only 25 days left.
We gotta get like some angel investor, some guy with a lot of
Warren Buffett.
Richard Branson, just send him up in the Virgin spaceship and just see if it works.
There you go.
I don't know,
There you
see if it
go.
works.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, the vast majority of those donations have been in the $1 to $10 range, but holy shit, 2 donors have given $30,000.
Jesus.
So putting their branding on the suits for the film, so that's a good donation.
Yeah, and one crazy person / rich person has given $150,000 himself or herself, but probably himself, just to have one of the spacesuits plus the used underwear from the shoot.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still gonna have something from space, so that's kind of cool.
The way people spend their money, I mean.
We have plenty of NASA astronauts already up there soiling their underwear, I'm sure, once or twice. You know, mistakes happen. Just send that back to these people for the fun NASA. So anyways.
That's how we save the space industry.
Yeah, by selling dirty underwear. So anyways, it's looking like their philanthropy might never pay off unless some very horny millionaires step in and make this giant leap for mankind happen. But as we always do, we will keep you posted on this very important news story.
Like we said, some angel investor might jump in.
Yeah, you could be watching right now. You could save this.
What I think is going to happen is that they'll end up just making a fake space porn.
Oh yeah,
with like wire work
on a set.
or something.
Yeah, it's just like the 69 moon landing.
Yeah,
Elliot.
Yeah, just like the moon landing.
I believe that it's real. Don't
Stanley
say in the
Kubrick
comments.
will direct it.
Anyways,
yeah, moving on. Last week, our Canadian viewers took to Twitter to just send us an onslaught of tweets notifying us that in the city of Toronto, a dead raccoon had somehow become the talk of the town, because apparently this is what qualifies as a significant event in the city of Toronto.
I got so many tweets about this thing.
Bro, you gotta talk about the Toronto raccoon.
Really quick before we get into another Canadian story, did you put the Stampede girl thing in this at all?
Oh no, I forgot.
Because
Gangbang.
the other thing that we got from Canadians this past week was the fact that a girl just got gangbanged in front of everyone at Calgary Stampede. Not really a story there, but it happened and lots of people saw it and took pictures, so that's
I feel like
cool.
Stampede is like Calgary's Rumspringa, like that thing.
Sure.
Not the Mormons, the Amish.
Yeah.
You know, they get like a little period of time to just let loose. You know,
have a
fuck
good time.
around. And Calgary's just, they're all little angels, and then
It's kind of like
comes
their
around.
spring break almost.
Yeah.
Except it's with a lot more cows and horses.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's start at the beginning of the Toronto thing, the raccoon, blah, blah, blah. Last Thursday, a man named Jason Wagar took to Twitter to notify a City Toronto Twitter account that he'd spotted a dead raccoon on the sidewalk. Mr. Wagar, being a good Canadian, simply wanted to politely notify the proper authorities that the corpse of a rodent needed to be safely dealt with and removed.
How thoughtful.
Yeah.
So 311 Toronto notified Animal Services, and that was that. Until a few hours later, when someone put a post-it note next to the dead raccoon, which hadn't yet been picked up by Animal Services, even though hours had passed. The post-it read, "Rest, dear raccoon. Help is on the way from the city."
You know what I love? I've seen this before with internet pictures. Like there's like a dead cat on the road, and someone ties like a get well soon balloon to it. It's just floating there on a dead corpse. Anyways, this whole thing began the most exciting day in Toronto history, with more and more people coming by to add items to what was quickly becoming an open casket raccoon memorial. It turns out most of these items were left by a group of dudes working at a tech firm across the street from the raccoon, who somehow earned the name Conrad at some point. That's just old Conrad.
Actually, and I think I read that it was like a city councilman, like some reporter was like, "Hey, what should we name the raccoon?" He's like, Conrad the coon. And then he deleted the tweet immediately because he's like, "Oh, I just said coon."
Yeah, can't say that.
But Conrad it was. But anyway, those tech office worker guys, they talked to BuzzFeed and they said that
BuzzFeed getting the scoop.
They really did. They got to the bottom of this. They said that they could see Conrad from their office window just lying there dead. So when they were on their lunch break, they decided to go stop by the local pharmacy, pick up a rose and a condolence card. And then they also decided to place a framed picture of a raccoon next to the corpse. Just having a little fun.
Aw. Anyways, by 3 p.m., long after the original sighting and the call for Animal Services, Conrad's rotting body was still on the sidewalk. And it's around this time that the hashtag #DeadRaccoonTO was born. TO standing for Toronto, of course. And Conrad's memorial went truly viral. People all over Toronto began showing up to add candles, more flowers, and even a cigarette for Conrad's rabies-infested hand. It's like the Diana memorial for this raccoon.
I really hope they didn't touch that raccoon.
I haven't seen a bigger event in Toronto since the opening of the Molson Amphitheater, Elliot. It was truly a huge event.
They're leaving flowers and cigarettes for the dead raccoon.
As is tradition. Yes, the Queen would be truly proud of this momentous occasion.
Anyway, finally, around 11 p.m., which was like 12 hours after the initial report, Animal Services finally showed up to bag the body. And while doing so, the city worker who was bagging Conrad turned to the crowd of ridiculous mourners and said, "Seriously, it's a dead raccoon," and then tossed it in the car and drove off to like probably just dump it in an incinerator and be like, "I fucking hate this job."
They should have gotten a taxidermist and put him on display for the whole town to see.
That's true.
They should make they kickstarted a fucking RoboCop statue for Detroit. We need to kickstart a Conrad the Raccoon statue for Toronto.
Yeah, I mean,
damn it, it's the only hero they have.
They're taking down all the Cosby statues everywhere.
Yeah.
We need something to fill that gaping Cosby void.
They got a duck on their money. Why can't they have a raccoon? Yeah, it's the loon. I know too much about Canada, I guess.
So that's the thing that happened.
Sure.
I really wouldn't have pegged Toronto for a place that anything weird happens, but I guess coming together to give a dead rodent a proper memorial is just the polite thing to do.
Anyways, let's come on back down to America, where weird lives. Specifically here in LA, where some dude in an Audi got tired of the old day in, day out commuter lifestyle and decided, fuck it. Let's mix things up a little bit by driving backwards like it's completely normal.
And not just on any old boring straight line LA street either. He did this on Mulholland Drive and Laurel Canyon Boulevard, which if you're not familiar with those, there are some of the windiest, most dangerous roads in the city. People die there all the time.
Way up high in the not mountains, but hills and stuff like that. It's all over the place.
It's stressful enough driving front first down those roads.
Yeah, the guy made it a whole 2 miles from the valley into the city and did a pretty decent job despite engaging in what the LAPD is saying is some of the most reckless and dangerous driving they've ever seen.
I think that's an apt description.
Yeah.
Cops are trying to figure out who was behind the wheel so that they can throw a bunch of charges at him, obviously, but the dude doesn't have a front license plate in his car. So he'll probably just get away with this scot-free.
Yeah, there you go. And no one was gonna look at it from behind and it would have crashed into him.
Yeah.
Anyways, next time I feel myself getting mad at some rich LA jag-off in a nice car driving like a moron, I can at least calm my rage knowing that they're at least not driving backwards at full speed down a crowded canyon road. Yeah, that's the moral of the story.
Yeah,
Calm down.
It could always be worse.
Yes, but we've come to it. It's time for the weirdest headlines that we saw this week, guys.
There's some pretty fucking weird ones.
Good.
Let's start with Florida woman took selfies during sex with dog inside grandma's house.
Sure.
It's really sad, actually.
It's the most depressing story we have this week.
Apparently, it started when she started doing this when she was like 12 years old.
Oh, no.
Just like didn't know better and it just spiraled out of hand.
Yeah.
And
yeah, real bad stuff.
Ugh.
Berlin man steals bike, breaks into restaurant to drink half a bottle of Tabasco sauce.
Yeah, he not only stole a bike, he used the bike as like a giant brick to throw through a window of a restaurant.
Was he on drugs?
They said he was intoxicated.
Oh, well that could be anything.
And he drank the bottle of Tabasco because he thought it was liquor.
Oh, okay. Well, Tabasco's garbage. Honestly, I'm a Cholula and a Tapatio man myself.
Yeah, well, and there's also this Louisiana style.
Oh,
hot
yeah,
sauce.
it's very good.
Yeah,
I would break into a place for some Tapatio if it was my only option for a burrito.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
South London woman changes name to Gemmeroid von Lala to get control of her Facebook account.
What?
Because Facebook has made their real name rules so strict that like she got like locked out of hers because she like claimed that it was her real name and they were like,
Nope.
actually bullshit, you're locked
Boo.
out. So then she had her name legally changed to that to try to get back in.
That's like the guy who had his name legally changed to get the airline ticket to redo it. Yeah.
Why does Facebook care about real names so much?
I guess planes should care, but whatever. Boy band member collapses on flight after wearing all his clothes to avoid extra luggage because it's like the same thing. All these airlines are nickel and diming you.
It was a 45-pound fee, which is ridiculous. That's like $60.
Yeah.
And yeah, he almost died. He
you suffocate yourself.
Like, I think he went into a seizure.
There you go.
It's bad.
And then they had to tear through all the clothes to get down and help him out. Whatever.
So, I mean,
airlines.
He's also in a boy band. I feel like he could probably, send the bill to his record company or something.
They don't make as much money these days, the boy bands.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Scottish pub swaps kilts for pants after female patrons get handsy.
What? That's crazy talk.
This is in Scotland too. I figured it was something like in America where
getting a handful of grapes under the old kilt there.
All the waiters are like, the first couple times it's kind of funny, but then like, every night you come in and there's some drunk chick who's like checking to see if you're a real Scotsman.
Oh,
and
no.
it's just kind of basically sexual harassment.
You could literally say that exact same thing, but switch it to the Hooters girls, and it would be the exact same story that they've told many times.
Well,
I mean, the first couple times they're checking out my boobs, I was like, whatever. You get a couple drunk guys in there, they want to check out and see if those legs are real, but they're actually leggings. They take a little grab and, everyone's a
kilts are
scumbag.
traditional garb though. They're not supposed to be sexy.
Hooters is not traditional garb, Elliot.
At this point,
I am from
guess
Florida, and I find it offensive that you think otherwise.
my ancestors crossed the Atlantic in their Hooters gear.
Exactly.
So that they could have the right to sell shitty chicken wings to your fat ass.
Yes, agreed. I just like pigs. Police arrest drunk naked man in Pennsylvania barn. That was the quote.
Well, he says he likes pigs.
Was he fucking them?
There was no penetration, but he was naked and drunk in a barn alone with
He just likes pigs. There's nothing wrong with that.
It was also like not the first time he'd been caught in that kind of situation.
Of course not. He's in love with them.
He likes pigs.
Okay.
Hundreds of sex toys dangling from power lines in Portland, Oregon.
I love this because it's like the thing where you throw the shoes onto the power lines, except it's 2 dildos.
So does that mean like the vagina is dead? They shot the
I don't
vagina?
know. I'm not hip on street culture up in Portland.
I mean,
it's got to be ironic. That's because the Portland people, they're just full of irony, right?
There's irony is their main export.
Just two anvils should be hanging on it.
Giant ball pit for grown-ups opens to the public in Washington, D.C. This looks great. It's actually in a really nice building. It's like the National Museum of Architecture.
It's a good stress relief.
Yeah, and it's massive. It's the size of like an Olympic swimming pool. I want to go.
It's just like the, what was it called? WonderCon. What was it? Like BronyCon or
Oh,
whatever?
that was DashCon.
DashCon, just like DashCon.
That was a little ball pit. This is the Olympic swimming pool. They're all clean white balls.
Whoa, yeah? Clean white balls?
Clean white balls.
Yeah. Wait, what if you dive in? Do you just hit the bottom?
It's deep. It goes
But
to the
you
side.
could travel through it. I don't know physics. Anyways.
I'm sure it's safe.
Yeah. Ads telling Irish people to leave Canada spotted in Toronto. Everyone confused. See, it was 2 Toronto stories now.
Yeah, and before you go saying, oh, people in Toronto are actually rude, they're not polite. So the whole thing behind this, it's a campaign, an advertising campaign from the nation of Ireland to try to get all their immigrants back by just creating like fake racism in Canada.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sparking fake outrage to, yeah, that's great.
They're like,
that's a great plan.
come back. They hate you there.
Yeah.
Go back to Ireland.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the guy nailing up the posters had a bottle of whiskey and a potato in his hand.
No Irish need apply.
Yeah.
Get out of here, you mix. Selfie stick helps to save family in Rip Current.
I told you they were worth it.
Yeah.
They're great.
You want to take those out of family's hands? And so apparently they were in the sea with their selfie stick. His little daughter got swept out. That's how she grabbed on. Otherwise, yeah.
Pulitzer Prize winning photo out of the whole thing
she'd
too.
be dead.
Guaranteed.
Actually, it was just a lot of shitty shaky videos.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Anyways, guys, that's Weekly Weird News for this week. What did you think? Leave your favorite headline and all that stuff in the comments below.
Would you fuck the twerking butt? I know you would.
You gotta give it a go. Especially with the VR headset. You gotta give it a go.
I don't know. They didn't show what the VR headset actually does, though.
Well, it probably puts you in the, like, it probably maps the butt and, like, attaches a body to it.
You would think.
And then it has, like, you look up and, like, Diplo's spinning.
I would hope so.
She's twerking there.
I feel like it might just be, like, watch whatever Pornhub video you want.
Oh, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I guess I took it to the science fiction space.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet, I think.
Yeah. All right, guys, check out all of our coverage from Comic-Con over here and a new Tech Tuesday, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.